What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Chris and Tim podcast, episode number 28. We got Chris here today. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. How's things going?
Not too bad. We got a bunch of people here already. What is up, Yuki?
Wow.
What's up, Chicken Rico? What's up, Hawk? And what is up, everybody? We should have a fun show. We actually have a game to talk about tomorrow, and it should be a lot of fun. And, yep, I'm back from vacation. So sorry we missed you guys last week, but we should be here throughout the season on Wednesday at 8 p.m. How was your past week there, Chris?
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah,
Life keeps going on?
yeah, pretty much so.
I hear you. Well, when I was gone, the unofficial depth chart was released for the Washington football team. So that's what we're going to start out talking about. Pull out this chat over here, get this all situated. And let's go ahead and hop into some things that we found. And number one was obvious. Okay, Ryan Fitzpatrick listed as the number one quarterback, Taylor Heinicke behind him. Any chance for movement on that? Do you see anything that could potentially happen there, or is this just what we're gonna have to come to expect?
No, nothing changes. I don't even think if Heineke balls out in the preseason something change. I just don't see it. I don't.
You don't see nothing happening. I don't either, to be honest. I think it's pretty much set in stone. You don't pay a guy $10 million to ride the bench. And I've heard a couple of days that Taylor Heinicke hasn't been he's had really, really good days, and then he's had some bad days as well. So I don't think he's been consistent enough to overtake Ryan Fitzpatrick. All right.
I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick's been consistent, to be quite honest with you, but they just try to big. I guess that they just big him up so much. So it was never a quarterback competition to me.
Agreed. I think it was a lot of let's just say good things out in the open, not really saying the truth per se. Or even if it's like, I mean, technically speaking, Heinicke could have overtaken the job, but he would have had to have been so perfect, it was basically impossible. So it is what it is. You know, Facts Only Sports with Big Hood gave you a shout out in one of his videos. Oh, awesome. That's cool. I'll have to watch it. Send me a link in the Discord of that. That'll be fun. Yuki's talking about his team already. We'll get into some other teams towards the end of the show, but for now it's going to be a lot of Washington football, and we'll have some fun. All right, moving on to the offensive line. Leno gets the starting left tackle nod right now, which was expected. Lucas missed a bunch of time. Leno always has started at left tackle, and that's pretty much written in stone. This one's interesting. The left guard battle between Wes Switzer and Eric Flowers. Wes Switzer still the number one at the left guard spot. Were you surprised by that? Do you think it should be changed?
I mean, just looking at it just now, I want an E-flow right there. I like E-flow right there. That's smooth. But last time he played with us, he was a beast.
So
Yeah.
you would rather see Eric Flowers?
I would rather see E-flow right there and Wes backing him up.
I liked Wes, and I actually predicted Wes to be the starting left guard. I mean, there's still plenty of camp left, 3 preseason games, so things could change. But I like Wes there. I thought Wes played really, really well at the left guard spot that we've been craving for so long. Yeah, Eric Flowers did play well when he was here in the past, but Switzer really, I think, solidified that position last year with, what's his name, Cornelius Lucas on that side.
If he did, they wouldn't have traded for E-flow if he solidified it.
I think he solidified it. I think Eric Flowers was a depth move. That you didn't have to draft him. You didn't have to draft anybody. What's that?
3 years. I don't think that's a depth move.
Say that again.
He's under contract. He's under contract for 3 years.
Yeah, but Miami, I'm pretty sure, is paying a lot of that contract. So I don't think we're paying him like a whole boatload of money either. But I wouldn't be upset to see Eric Flowers there. You know, may the best man win. But I liked Wes Switzer at the left guard spot. Chase Roullier, of course, the starting center. Brandon Sheriff, the starting right tackle. Right guard. Could that be interesting? And the right tackle, the rookie Sam Cosmi, listed as the starting right tackle. Good for the rookie. Sadiq Charles right now listed as his backup. Lucas listed as the left tackle backup. Do you think that this was always the move, or do you think Lucas missing time due to COVID protocol really screwed him over here and may have cost him a job?
Sam was always going to start. Ron said it. He didn't draft the dude that early to sit. So Sam was going to start regardless. But I mean, because Ron, they're going to have to pay either Lucas or Leno. They're not paying them both. So whoever wins that job, that's going to be the player that's going to get paid to be that left tackle for the future.
I thought Sam needed a year. You knew this. Everybody else in the chat knows that I thought Sam needed a year. But I'm happy if that's the case that he's earning this job. I would have liked to see Lucas and him battle it out in a true form with without the COVID protocol. But if Sam Cosmi earns the job, then he earns the job, and I'm not going to be disappointed in it because he is extremely athletic. He is extremely long and big, so he's got a prototypical tackle in him, and he has the potential to be a great right tackle in this league. So I'm not going to be poo-pooing on it. It's not like I hated the draft pick or we drafted somebody in the 6th round in the starter. It's a 2nd-round pick out of Texas, so I'm okay with it. But I would have loved, as I said, to see a real competition between him and Lucas, not one that kind of Lucas got screwed. All right, let's see what's.
They were to pay
Go ahead.
both.
Yeah.
If they were to pay Leno, and I don't know how you can pay both of them. Really don't. Unless, I mean, they're not going to be worth much. But I don't know. Unless you get rid of Landon, get some more money. Because Leno, you probably get Leno a 3-year deal, like 3-year 30, 3-year 40, something like that. Nothing, big. And Lucas probably like 3 years, 25. Something like what Logan got, maybe. But I don't know. But if they were to pay them both, I would take Sam and push him right in right guard spot. He's the new Brandon.
Interesting. So what? You would draft a new right tackle?
No, I'm saying if they were to pay Lucas.
Lucas.
And,
Okay.
both. Because then, I mean, if I'm drafting the tackle, he probably gonna make. If I can pay Leno or one of them just as much as I'm drafting the tackle, just as much, why not just freaking pay them? They're already experienced and they know what they're doing, so that saved me some money. Well, not necessarily save me some money, but it makes more sense. They're more experienced. They don't need a year or two.
So interesting. So you're saying pay Leno and Lucas this offseason, make them your starting tackles. Sam Cosmi becomes the new right guard. And then you just move forward that way. I don't know if I agree with that. I think I want Sadiq Charles to be the new Brandon Sheriff. Or another situation could be Wes Switzer and Eric Flowers be the starting guards. Sadiq Charles just be your swing tackle, and then you let go of Leno or Lucas, whichever one you don't prefer. I would probably keep Leno over Lucas. Even though I like how Lucas played, Leno, if he could be he's been a Pro Bowler in the past. If he could be a legit starting left tackle, I'd probably keep him. Let go of Lucas. Sadiq Charles be my swing tackle. Switzer and Flowers be my guards. Chase Roullier my center. And kind of just move forward with that and then use my draft capital and other money elsewhere. Would you like that situation, or do you think that's I don't know.
It's all up to them. I think we're going to have to draft another tackle regardless. Maybe. Or guard. We're going to have to draft you're going to have to draft offensive lineman again. Mm-hmm. I just feel like that's what they're going to do.
I would love to draft a legit first-round left tackle, but we need a quarterback so bad that I don't think we're going to be able to.
Maybe not.
All right.
I would not mind. If they paid both Lucas and Leno and said those are tackles, you would not hear a peep out of them. I'd just be like, Sam Cosmi is could be just like Brandon. And he's quick as crap. So it's just like that. That makes so much sense to plug him right there. But if they don't pay him, I mean, hey, we still gonna need another right guard. So we still gonna have to draft it. That's why I said we. If they don't pay Leno, I mean, they're gonna pay one of them. But if they don't pay the other, you still have to draft the guard. To me, I think they're not gonna just stick with Sadiq and plug him in. We
It,
never do.
yeah, if we did what you said, what I love about that offensive line is Leno, and if we started Eric Flowers, so Leno, Eric Flowers, Sam Cosmi, and Cornelius Lucas would be our starting offensive line, and all of them were tackles in college. And then the only non-tackle would be Chase Roullier, which is a center, which you have to be able to snap the ball, is one of the most important things about the center. And I love that mindset. I don't like to draft guards in the draft. The reason being is that the best linemen at the college level are their left tackles. And in some cases, they're right tackles. Like, so if their best lineman is always the tackle, I would love to fill my offensive line with their left tackles. And then be able to just have all their starting there, and then hopefully they can actually move to the guard position, just like Brandon Sheriff did. He was the left tackle, I believe, in Iowa, and now he's one of the better right guards in the entire league. Not to say that guards can't succeed, but I think that's the better way to move forward rather than trying to draft legitimate guards. Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, yeah, you don't only what I think Wyatt Davis. He was probably one of the only guards drafted. Not probably one of the only, but he was the best guard drafted because he was versatile, but he was a guard. So, I mean, we all know Brandon's gone, and you just can't. That's I don't know what. Well, like I say, if we don't pay both of those guys, we're drafting a guy. That's just the way it works. They're gonna draft one. They're gonna have to.
Fair enough. Let's see what the chat's saying here. Oh, go ahead.
No, because you can't just replace Brandon. It's just not logical. I think Sam makes the most sense because he has the athletic ability in the ceiling. And it's just like then your right tackle gonna be wide open. So it's just like, how many years Morgan Moses was still on the contract? Maybe they should have just kept Morgan. He had 3 more years.
And he wasn't all that expensive. Like, he wasn't cheap, but he was like $10 million or something like that, which for the starting right tackle is not like something that's an unbelievable amount of money, especially with the level he was given. I mean, he was a solid. I think a lot of Skins fans overrated him, but nonetheless, I think he was a solid right tackle. No doubt. Let's see what the chat's saying over here. Once against the usual suspects, Rogers says, "What's up, Roger Smith? TT stay goated. I think Eric Flowers should play some right tackle, but I don't think it really matters who starts. We got about 8 solid linemen." I agree with the sense of, like, it doesn't matter who starts because we have a really good depth at the offensive line. I really like our offensive line this year. What's that?
See, I disagree with that. I always want the best lineup I can throw out there. That's what I want to do.
Well, I guess I'm assuming that that's an assumption that he's making. Like, obviously, he doesn't want to just put the word, like, just sit somebody that's the best one for no reason. But the point is that whatever direction they go, our offensive line should be solid. Like, it's hard for them to quote unquote go wrong, is the idea. But I agree. I think that's kind of like not obvious, but like assumed in his thinking when he says that comment. What's up, Roger? What's up, Yuki? Let's see. Our stretch runs, Roger says, to the right and screens to the right should reap good yardage with Sheriff and Cosmi. Ooh, some stretch run, like zone run plays.
That's why I want to keep Brandon so much because what's his name? Cosmi is so athletic. If he he can get to the second level. And that's what I like about Cosmi so much. The fact that he can get to the second level. And there's a lot of offensive linemen that cannot get to the second level. And it and it makes me so mad. And how quick and how fast he is. He can quickly get out there and get to the edge and get to that block and give you a JD some more yards. That's what I think our strong suit is the right side. Wherever Cosmi is, that's what's going to be the strong suit.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to read a couple more of these. You mind restarting your video? You're like kind of lagging a little bit. Maybe a restart will.
Yeah, that's because of my connection bar, like the little video thing. It goes all the way down to one bar and then back up to green, so it just like fluctuates. That's why it does that.
I hear you. I mean, if that's we can hear you okay, but it's just the video is kind of hard to follow. But it's all good. What up, T-Ho? Brandon will be gone next year. Most likely true. I think we just wanted a younger guy, like Moses was getting any younger. True, Moses was over 30, so that's a fair point. An interesting question here from Yuki. You can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah.
All right. Would you guys trade Curtis Samuel for OBJ?
Yeah, I'm the one that brought it up.
Oh, I didn't read the front. He said that's what Jarrett wants to do.
I said I would trade Curtis in a heartbeat for OBJ.
Interesting.
In a heartbeat. It's not even a debate. If the Browns say, "Hey, we want Curtis," bye, bye, goodbye, Odell, goodbye.
The only problem I'd see is obviously OBJ is higher on the talent spectrum. That's a given. There's two things that make me pause when thinking about this. First is injuries. When's the last time OBJ stayed healthy? Like, it's been constant. Every single year it seems like he's hurt. Huh?
It was 1 year with the Giants. Then like 2 years he went over 1,000 yards, and then this year he got hurt.
He didn't get hurt.
He got hurt once with the Giants, and he got hurt once with the what's their name? Yeah, just look at his stats right there.
I'm looking
that
now.
Year 302.
So he did play in all 16 games in the first year in Cleveland. So fair enough. He did only play 12 games for the Giants in 2018. He only played 4 games for the Giants in 2017, and then only 7 games for the Browns last year. So, yes, he did have the one complete season in 2019, and it wasn't one of his best years because the coach was terrible. But even 3 out of the last 4 years, he's missed at least 4 games. So that's number one. The second concern I have in that is obviously the locker room situation. I think Curtis is much better in your locker room over Odell. And he's still super talented and younger.
I think Odell would be just fine in our locker room.
And also, how much is OBJ making? It's probably Curtis Samuel's also probably cheaper.
I don't know how much he's making. You have to look that up. I don't know how much he's making.
Oh, that's an interesting conversation. And again, the talent is undeniable. Like, OBJ's talent is through the roof. This is more of the whole picture rather than just one piece for me, if that makes sense. Let's see. Where's OBJ on this thing? Yeah, OBJ is making an average of $18 million a year.
So $3 million more.
At least.
Or like $4 million more.
Curtis Samuel is only making 11.5. So it's $6.5 million more, and we'd be getting Odell Beckham in later in his contract, so it's higher than that because I'm sure as usually contracts go up, so it's going to even be more than $18 million a year for the next couple of years.
I'm taking Odell. It's a no-brainer for me.
I don't think so. I think they want to use Curtis in a ton of different ways. Curtis is not just going to be your wide receiver on the outside. He's going to be all over the field. I think they're really excited about him, and I am too. I would rather keep Curtis, honestly. Thinking about it, it was an interesting thing. I'm not saying that you're silly for bringing it up. I think it's really, really interesting, but I don't think what's that?
You can use Odell the same way as Curtis.
Nah, Odell is a whole different beast.
Odell's an animal. That's 3 route runners on my team. Not to say Curtis can't run routes, but you get the point. Nobody runs routes.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on that one. It was definitely an interesting conversation. But before we get into the more of wide receiver talk, that's gonna be an interesting one. Looking at this depth chart, is another interesting thing I saw on the depth chart is tight end. Tamarick Hemingway is listed as number 2 tight end on this roster over John Bates, who's number 3. Sammis Reyes is 4th. And then a lot of people thought Ricky Seals-Jones was a guy they brought in to potentially earn a starting spot, like as their number 2, is listed all the way as the 5th string tight end. What do you make of this whole tight end situation?
When I think maybe I seen it on Protect Stream. I was wondering why Hemingway was at 2. I was like, I ain't seen enough. I haven't seen enough. Hemingway, Bates, Bust, Sammis. I haven't seen enough. I would think Ricky Seals-Jones should get that nod because he's been in the league. I've seen his talent, and he's played for a championship team. He has a ring for what it's worth. He knows how to get the. He could be a good tight end too until whoever the 3rd and 4th comes around. I wouldn't mind Hemingway at 3. I mean, he did a little bit last year. He got about, 1 catch maybe? He got in on blocks. But that's not enough for me.
I'm flabbergasted by this, honestly. I don't think that Tamarek should be on the team, let alone a second spot on the depth chart. I mean, Tamarek, to me, is at best 5th string. At best. And I don't know anything about this Nick Gugamos. I've never heard of this guy in my life. He's the 6th string tight end. I don't know if he should be above Tamarek or not. But I think that's just out. I don't. This is the kind of situation that makes me not believe in this depth chart at all. It's like this is just something they threw out there just to confuse people, not get anybody just to not give anything away of how excited they are about Sammis or whatever. This to me is just a move that's just on what planet is Tamarek Hemingway a 2nd string tight end in this league? I don't see it whatsoever. But that's just I don't know. That's just me, I guess. I don't know why he is listed at number 2 there, Tiho. DRG, I think it was an accident. Oh, TT got put in timeout? Who put TT in timeout? Oh, Chris did. Did he say something you didn't like?
I didn't put nobody in timeout.
It says was timed out by Jarrett. You must have accidentally hit it.
Oh, well, I didn't do anything. maybe my phone might have. I had my but I didn't time them out.
Anyway, sorry about that, TT. It was not meant to be anything. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. Move Hemingway to Facebook or fullback in Madden all the time. That's fine. I don't ever really move anybody to fullback.
The only team I know got a fullback is the Niners.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones, but they're the only ones with a legit guy that's gonna earn a spot on the team year in and year out. I agree. Yeah, no way Ricky Seals, Sammis, or Bates isn't tight end 2. Yeah, Tamarek Hemingway at number 2 is just laughable to me. I don't see that in any way, shape, or form. And we're going to get into more kind of interesting, almost laughable things here, and that's in the wide receiver group. This is wild. So, of course, we have the obvious Terry and Curtis as the starting X and Z receiver. The backup X receiver is De'Ami Brown. Not really a surprise. The backup Z receiver is Cam Sims, which, again, not a huge surprise. A lot of people had him. Adam Humphries is the starting slot receiver, only guy on the team that's played with Ryan Fitzpatrick before. I'm sure they have good chemistry, and sure it's going to be really hard to knock Humphries off this team. But the 6th receiver listed, and he's the backup slot, and I'm hearing really good things out of camp about him still. He's a really good camp guy, is Steven Sims Jr. Oh, I wish I could have saw your reaction instead of this frozen screen. It's all good, though. But Steven Sims Jr. is a top 6 receiver according to this depth chart. Does he still make this team?
No, man. Cut him. Do away with him. I'm tired of Steven Sims. The best receivers on this roster is Terry, Curtis, De'Ami, Kelvo, put Cam out there, and whoever else want to be there. AGG, I'm not sold on. I do not care about no more. Adam Humphries, he's gonna make the team regardless because that's Ryan Fitzpatrick, man. That should be your 6. And if you wanna, I don't even want him at kick return because he can't catch those. But we don't even need another. We don't even need no DeAndre Hunter. Put Patterson back there or Apke or something. Put Derek Flores back there, kick returner. Use it for something. Like we give Danny Johnson still out. Like boy, like I'm good. No. Steven Sims can go sit down somewhere. No.
Your favorite receiver on this team, out of Terry, you talk about him all the time. Kelvin Harmon is listed as 4th string behind Isaiah Wright at the X receiver. He's 4th string X receiver right now.
Isaiah Wright's not even gonna make the team. He can't catch. He runs poor routes. He's a special teamer, actually. Now that I think about it, Isaiah Wright's a special teamer. Why not put him back there, kick returner? Oh, never mind. I know why. Because he fumbled it against the Giants, muffed it instead of moving away, which caused us that game and put us in a hole. Now that I think about it, so he should be cut. He's not good for no routes. He's not good for anything. He can't catch. Steven Sims, get him out of here. Get them all out of here. Good.
Yeah, but I'm still hearing great things out of Steven Sims. And I remember when he first got here as an undrafted free agent out of Kansas, Chris Cooley talked him up big time. And unfortunately, he's had the case of the drops. He's kind of like the Deontay Johnson of our team. But his talent is truly undeniable. He's got great speed. He can run a great route. And he has made some great catches. Like in the playoff game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he had that toe tap touchdown against them in the playoff game. So it's not like Steven Sims is all bad, but unfortunately, well, hold on. Unfortunately, his bad is so, like, it's so ingrained in fans' minds that I think that might shade people from thinking that he has a legitimate chance of making this team. And from what I'm hearing, from this depth chart, which I already said is kind of suspect because of Tamarick, I think Steven Sims now is actually going to continue to make this team and maybe even be punt returner again. As scary as that sounds.
0-16.
0-16? Too much speed and quickness to cut. I agree, Roger. I agree. And the dude is talented. He needs to just get in it.
If they're going to give him a chance, then I better see Apke on his roster.
Oh, no shot.
I better see
Apke's not even in the same ballpark as Steven Sims. And I don't even like Steven Sims is not somebody that I thought was incredible. Man. Troy Apke was horrific. Like scary bad. Like, oh my God, I can't believe how bad you are at this level. Huh?
Steven Sims is just as bad.
No.
Oh, you out of your
No
mind.
way. Troy Apke couldn't even play his position. Period. He was so bad he got moved positions. When has Troy Apke ever done anything for me like the end around Steve Sims did against the Patriots 2 years ago? When has he done anything like that, Troy Apke, on a game field?
I don't know.
He is horrific.
He got a hit in the Dallas game. I give him that.
He got a hit in the Dallas game?
Yeah, I give him that.
Oh my God! I had to pray to God every time the ball was was near Steven Sims. I understand it. I understand the PTSD us Skins fans have when it comes to Steven Sims. This guy has talent, though. He is the Deontay Johnson of this team.
Jeremy Sprinkle of our receivers. That's who he is. He's a Jeremy Sprinkle of the receiving corps. Speaking of him, I wonder how he's doing in Dallas.
Jeremy Sprinkle. Jeremy Sprinkle didn't have talent. Oh my gosh. Apke is making the roster, guys. Like, his play for special teams is great. Like, that's gonna make a spot for him. No, Derek Forrest is coming to take his spot. Derek Forrest is going to be the special teamer instead of Troy Apke. Troy Apke, no, he's not making this team. Apke is atrocious last season. Man, I want him gone in Washington. Yeah, I think that is going to be a thing. Anything else weird in so DeAndre Carter And Antonio Gandy Golden listed as the third spots at wide receiver. So Dax Milne is the fourth string, as well as Kelvin Harmon. Two guys me and you thought was going to make this squad are listed as the fourth strings right now. They got some work to do to move up in this situation. And you might see Josh Doxson in New York. Josh Doxson is, he just don't want to play.
Everybody on stream to go watch Jeremy Sprinkle's highlight tape in college, and you tell me, and you not think college, it's highlight tape is highlight tape sucks.
Yo, DRG says Deontay over Sims all freaking day. It's not even close. Deontay is a better receiver than Sims, but Sims is much, much closer to Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson.
Oh.
For the Steelers.
Oh, he's light years better than Sims.
But Sims is way closer, light years closer to Deontay than he is to Jeremy Sprinkle or Troy Apke. Like, Steven Sims actually has legit talent. He's just got to catch the freaking ball. And same thing with Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson had the most drops in the league last year. In the league.
Yeah, but he actually can run routes.
So can Steve. Steve's a good route runner.
The slant and the go.
Did you see his drop against the Bengals? Who's his drop against the Bengals? Deontay Johnson had a plethora of horrible drops last year. Horrible drops. Not even like drops that you're like, what? How did you drop that? It was bad. Josh Doxson might be the Giants' healthiest and available wide receiver right now. Wait, is he in?
That's a fact.
He's on the Giants now?
I don't know.
I thought he was on the Jets. I could be wrong.
If he is on the Giants, they really trying to load up against us.
I agree with this, Roger Smith. Sims Jr.'s problem is that he wants to make a play too fast. It's concentration. He is working on that. He is on his way back to his rookie production and more. I can agree with that, Roger. What's his name? Ron Rivera talked about that when it comes to Steve Sims, is that he was learning a new playbook and he was thinking too much on the field. Like, not that not that it's a legit excuse, but it's something that it's fixable is the point. It's a fixable thing. Is if you're thinking about too much of other stuff, that could affect your catching ability because you're not concentrating on the catch. You're concentrating on the 6 moves ahead. You just got to be able to be in the moment, catch the football, and turn upfield and move on. Like, you got to do the things in the correct order. Now, Tim, I told you guys that Josh Doxson is working out with the Giants. I missed that. I'm sorry, Yuki. I missed that comment. I apologize. Keep yelling at me, though. I need to always do better. All right. The last thing on the offense is Jarrett Patterson, a fan favorite backup running back, rookie running back, undrafted free agent rookie, is listed as the 6th string. Right now, Lamar Miller as the 4th. Jonathan Williams, I've never heard of this guy in my life, is listed as number 5. He's got 6 years experience, apparently. He went to college in Arkansas. Where was he before? I don't know.
He ain't cut. What is that?
1 carry, 5 yards. Last year. 4 catches, 21 yards. What team was he on? I don't even know a team. Last year he was on the Lions. He averaged 5 yards a carry. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. That's awesome. But anyway, I want to see Jarrett Patterson on this team. But it's possible that I think last year we only carried 3 running backs. So it's possible that we don't see a 4th running back on this team at all. So Jarrett Patterson might go to the practice squad. What's that?
You're going to see a 4th because last year when Gibby got hurt, they used JD heavy. And they didn't really have they really didn't even use Peyton when Gibby was hurt. They just used JD heavy, so whoever.
You know what? I'm wrong. They carried Bryce Love as a 4th. I'm sorry. They did have a 4th last year.
Yeah.
It was Bryce Love.
They should have gave him a chance if you want to give Steven Sims a chance, for crying out loud. Where did Bryce Love go? He went somewhere.
AGG doesn't look tough enough for me. I was disappointed in him last year. I thought that was an interesting pickup that we had in the 4th round last year. He seemed like he had a lot of potential in that body of his, but that was just clearly he only had 1 catch, I think, for 3 yards last season. So and I'm pretty sure he had like a couple of drops to pair up with that. That just sucks. He's got.
He still plays with us.
Who's that?
Bryce Love.
Bryce Love. It says he's still on our team. He's not on our team right now.
Well, that's what it says. I don't know why.
Bryce Love was released on April 19th. Right now, Wikipedia says he's a free agent.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's
on Wikipedia,
unfortunate.
It says he's with us.
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Let's move on to our defense. So, no surprises of the starting lineup as far as the front 4. Honestly, there's really no big surprises at all as the starting group. Pretty much exactly what we expected. And the backups are fun, I think, and I don't think that they're that far off of what we expected either. I've only seen a couple of things. So right now, Shaka Toney and William Bradley King is listed as both third-string DNs. So they're on the outside looking in for James Smith-Williams and Casey Toohill as the backups. And Shaka Toney is still listed as a DN. A lot of people had him potentially being one of our linebackers, but he's not right now. I don't know. It's still up in the air. But he's got to be working with the linebackers if he wants. I don't know if he's working with them or not. I hope he is, because that's where I think he's going to be best. Khaleke Hudson is listed as our backup middle linebacker right now. Do you think he could be any good as a middle linebacker?
No. He's outside. He should be where Bostic is. He should be starting.
John Bostic, yes, starting outside linebacker right now for Bostic. I don't like Bostic as an outside linebacker.
I want to see Khaleke out in coverage making plays out on the sides by the numbers. That's where I want to see Khaleke at. I don't want to see him in the middle.
And then Jared Norris and Justin Phillips are the backups. I still like Joe Walker's chances. We'll see him in the preseason game tomorrow. What's that?
So I like Norris.
You do like Jared Norris?
I like him.
Yeah, we'll see. And the last thing I saw here on the defense is Jimmy Moreland listed as our 4th corner on the team right now. Darryl Roberts, somebody that a lot of people thought that maybe he would come in as like a potential slot corner. He's listed as 4th string behind Danny Johnson, and you ready for it? Troy Apke in our top 6 corners right now.
Sure.
I'm so done with Troy. Troy's on my no list. Troy is like.
Not done with.
What's that?
So I'm not done with Troy just yet.
Oh, Troy is so bad. Troy's so bad. Cameron Curl listed as our free safety, and Landon Collins as our strong. So the question's answered right there for now. A lot of people are thinking maybe Landon would be potentially moved to more of like a box/linebacker player. Bobby McCain, the free safety. Cameron Curl, it's strong. But right now, Cameron Curl is our starting free safety. I like it. Do we carry 5 corners and 5 safeties or 6 corners and 4 safeties? I am under, I like the 6 corners, 4 safeties personally for me. But, what's your opinion on that? What do you think about that?
Keep 6 corner. Well, yeah, well. Yeah, keep 6 corners. Yeah. And 4 safety.
My one caveat. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was gonna say my one caveat to that is I think I kind of view Bobby McCain as more of a potential nickel corner rather than a safety. So by the book, this year we may end up keeping quote unquote 5 safeties and 5 corners. But I think Bobby McCain is going to be used more as a corner rather as a safety in this. So I think on paper it's going to show 5 corners, 5 safeties, But in reality, I think it's still the 4 safeties and 6 corners. And like Bobby McCain, the versatile, is kind of like he can be both. So it's actually both. To answer your question, it's both. So there you go. All right. I forgot to record. Oh, well, doesn't matter. We're still doing this. Yeah, Tim listening more. What's up? What up, Spoiled? All right. Let's hop.
Michael Thomas requested a trade, but that's none of my business.
Oh, yeah, Michael Thomas requested a trade. Michael Thomas' situation is pretty brutal for the Saints right now. He can't play until like week 7. Now he's requesting trades. He's slant boy. You paid him a bunch of money. That's about worst case scenario when it comes to most people think a top 10 receiver, but we'll see. I posted something extremely weird that Matt Ioannidis said in the Discord. Couldn't copy and paste here. Okay, let's take a look. Come on. General. On the next step for the franchise. The next step for the franchise? Oh, I'm sure. Here we go. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't really get let in on those meetings. I would say I mean the Super Bowl, right? Listen, there's 30 to 32 teams right now that think that they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think ultimately it's just week 1's going to be the big task, and you just stack games one at a time. I wish I could give you that answer. Those are closed doors conversations, and I'm on the outside looking in. Well, I don't think it's that weird. I think that that's pretty normal when it comes to most players. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers isn't allowed in the talks of roster situations, why would Matt Ioannidis be? You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who cares? Play week 1. Let me, and people like you and myself, let us determine, that kind of stuff, not the players. But if I'm a player, hey, yeah, we should win the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
True. I want to see Shakatona as a linebacker, strong side blitzing, not in coverage though, and see him as a DN too. Interesting. I guess I interpreted it the wrong way. Fair enough, DRG. It happens. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this preseason game number 1 against the New England Patriots tomorrow. And remember, we will be live tomorrow during the game, so swing on by and have some fun with us. I'm sure I'll probably be letting some people in the Discord as well to chat, and you can hop in the chat and say your piece as well. Chris and I will definitely be there. I'm sure we'll see maybe some Spoiled. Maybe Pro Tech will swing on by. Who knows? It should be fun, though.
Or even want to come up in there after what the Saints got going through, but that's none of my business.
Who else knows who else will show up? It'll be fun. All right, so we're on to the Patriots, and right now the Skins are actually favored to win this game by 2.5 points. Do you think that should be the situation?
Yeah, why not? We're going to go in there, we're going to...
You don't think the Mac Man's going to eat us up?
With what? I mean, our backups are starters. That's how good our team is. Our backups are basically starters. And our backups, our D-line on the backups, Vettel, J. Smith-Williams, Till Hill. I mean, even the backups are just going to go kill Mac Jones. So... They have no shot. I got a score. Mind if I make my score?
Ooh.
24-9.
24-9?
Yeah, 24-9.
Oof. So they don't even score a touchdown? It's 3 field goals?
24, I'm going to say 24-10. They get 1 touchdown.
All right, they do get a touchdown. Who gets the touchdown?
Is John playing?
I don't know. You think Jonnu gets it on like
probably. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Jacoby Myers.
I'm gonna say it's like really random and go like Marvin Hall. I don't know who that is, but I don't think they're gonna score until our starters are off of defense. So I think it's gonna be their third stringers that score. So I'm gonna go with Marvin Hall gets the touchdown. All right, so we already touched on it a little bit. How good is Mac Jones going to look in week 1? He's going against a great defense, a well-coached defense. And as you said, with what? It's a scarce team over there, especially in the wide receiver group. And Damian Harris listed as their starting running back, which I think is okay, but nothing special. I don't know. This is interesting stuff. And so does Mac Jones look any good in his first situation?
Mac man gonna show out.
You think Mac's going to show out?
Mac gonna give you a couple passes here or there. I think Mac man gonna look good. I think Mac man gonna look okay. I'll say okay. That means not say good.
Mac will look okay. I think he's going to struggle, and I don't like him coming out. I think that this is he does not have near the talent around him that was in Alabama, and I think we're going to actually give him the business, and it's going to be rough showing. I'm going to say 3 completions to 12 incompletions. I think he's going to get absolutely demolished this game, and look for Mac Jones to struggle.
For sure.
All right.
You may.
Is there anyone else on the Patriots that you're interested in seeing this game?
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry? Why are you interested in N'Keal Harry?
Because one, what N'Keal Harry's doing basically, nobody ain't trade for him yet. So this is good for his trade value. 1, 2. It was reported that we wanted N'Keal Harry. So this could be a showcase for N'Keal Harry to the Washington Redskins. Now, what I would do if he balls out, AGG goodbye. I'll give you AGG. You can have AGG and Steven Sims and Isaiah Wright and give me Harry. And we can get this Jones moving.
Interesting. So they're going to have another slot receiver in Steve Sims. They have nobody Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, N'Keal Harry is their 4th receiver right now, and listed behind Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, it is an interesting thing though of after this game, after we play, I wonder how often this happens. I have no clue that after a preseason game against that opponent, that a team potentially could make a move for one of those guys they were able to see firsthand, maybe talk to him on the sideline, get a little interview kind of thing. And I wonder how often that potentially could happen in these preseason style games where a lot of teams maybe are looking to move on from people.
You know what? I just thought if N'Keal Harry played good this game, they cut him. We obviously have to cut some receivers. Why not just go sign him?
Go sign N'Keal Harry?
Yeah, why not just go sign him?
Maybe that's what we're waiting on. If they really were interested, maybe they're waiting to see if he makes a 53-man roster.
I say, I'll let you. I give you Cam. I give you Cam for Harry straight up.
I don't see how he doesn't make this roster, though. Is a guy like Christian Wilkerson or Gunnar Olszewski?
Yeah, that's why.
What's that?
So he don't want to be there. He already requested a trade.
Is Gunnar Olszewski going to be the next Julian Edelman?
That's trade value. And if somebody on our team plays well that they want, you can get yourself a swap. So it goes both ways. Be like, okay, you want to hurry. Okay, we like what this young dude AGG did. Can we get him? And probably Steven Sims, we got a deal. I'd do that. Why not?
I don't know. I'm not really huge on N'Keal Harry personally. Not saying that he can't succeed at all, but I'm not somebody that wants to trade a bunch or really much for him at all. As you said, I would trade one of our backup receivers that he's going to replace anyway if you want to do that. But honestly, I'm kind of on board with let him get cut. We'll pay him a much less salary because he was a first-round pick. I bet his salary is actually somewhat high. Way too high, actually. Let's see if the Patriots... N'Keal Harry is almost a $3 million cap hit. I'm not paying him $3 million.
That's nothing.
I mean,
If you gonna pay Humphreys $3 million, I don't got a problem with it.
Humphreys didn't make no 3 million.
Then how much you get?
He only got 1.2.
And Harry better than him, so add an extra what? 1.8 or
1.5.
1.82 or whatever,
1.5.
whatever. Yeah, add
No, I
that
don't
on
think
to
so.
it. I don't think you worth it.
See a consistent
I
offense. I want
think
2 TDs from our offense. I agree. We're gonna get into what we want from our team in a minute, there, Roger. Local Trap G, what's up? What's up? Tim's losing weight. Well, I appreciate you lying to me. It's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gunner was a Pro Bowl returner. Really? No, he wasn't. You're joking. Gunner was a Pro Bowl returner? You're lying. No
who
way.
Gunner.
Gunnar Olszewski is not no Pro Bowler. Yeah, no shot. No shot. In what aspect of football, Yuki? What did Yuki say? Spoiled, we're better than y'all? The 49ers?
You at this point, spoil. You just need to give up. You holding on too much, bro. Y'all ain't about to be nothing this year. Y'all might be having the top 5 pick. Matter of fact, y'all are gonna have a top 5 pick. Y'all ain't got nobody. Kamara gonna y'all gonna run that boy into the ground.
So the only other guy that I kind of am interested in, well, I'm interested to see what Christian Barmore will do against our interior offensive line. I think that could be a fun one to watch. I know me and you both liked a little bit of Cameron McCrone from Michigan. He's on this team, and
They got John too. They got a nice defense.
well, now what's his name has got me interested in Gunnar Olszewski. That's funny. I'm gonna keep an eye out for him, but overall, this team is gonna struggle this year. I think I haven't done my.
2.
I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so let's go back to us in this game. Who are you most excited to see for us going into week number 1?
Same goal.
Benjamin
Anybody
St.
else?
Goat, huh?
That's the one I'm excited about because I want him to start. I want to move Kendall back to the slot. I pretty much I already know what Jamin gonna do. Jamin gonna be a beast. That's pretty much what he's gonna be. But I want to see St. Goal is my Cam Curl.
St. Goat's your Cam Curl this year, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to see. Who do I want to see here? I want to see William Bradley King. I want to see a spin move sack in this game. I want to see that. I want to see. I want to see John Bates and Sammis Reyes. I want to see a dual tight end set between these two, and I want to see I want to see if any of these guys have a big day, maybe a red zone touchdown or something along those lines. I want to see those two for sure. I'm interested there, and
Sure.
the last one, the most exciting guy that I think we all want to see as well is Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke, I want to see ball out and really put pressure on Ron to be like, all right, I got to keep evaluating here. I don't want to see Taylor Heineke kind of flop in this game and then pretty much solidify Ryan Fitzpatrick as the number 1, I want to say. I'm excited for Shazer Everett. I hope he can get some time in 3 safety sets. Interesting.
That was just on defense.
Okay, who's your offense?
I want to see my boy James Smith Williams too, because people keep him and my boy Casey too. James Smith Williams, I know for sure making this team, but offense, I mean, all the Heineke, but I want to see Montez.
Steven Montez?
He's been horrible in training camp, but I want to at least see what he can do in the NFL game. But let's see because they say they're gonna use him in different ways anyway. So this might be the first game. Why not throw him out there at receiver or whatever you say you want to put him at? So that'd be interesting for him. People keep forgetting about that. I want to see Sam. I don't really care too much about Bates. I want to see Sam raise up in there, see what he got, and this boy Dax Milne. I'm tired of
Mm.
him, so I want to see what he got.
All right, there you go. Those are good ones. I like all those. Interesting here. Arthur Zapdong, maybe. Heineke can be the future. He doesn't have to start now. I disagree. If he doesn't start this year, he's an afterthought. We're drafting a quarterback.
That's actually a good segue to go to.
What's
I
that?
heard like it was like some video I seen that I didn't watch the video, but they said like we said that Heineke is possibly the future or something like that. Like like our front office thinks that he's the future or he can be the like or something like that. And so maybe they are thinking about it. I don't know how true that is, but if that's what they said, I think it's idiotic to start Fitzpatrick if that's the case.
I um I don't think he's the future. I really don't. And if he is going to be the future, then he's got to play this year. I got to see legit strides this season, not like this vague idea of what he could be going into next year. If he doesn't play much this year, or if he plays and doesn't perform, I'm drafting a first round QB. I think there's too much talent in that first round to miss on, and we got to go get our potential future on a rookie deal, a 5-year deal, and get ready to have this young, star-studded team move to the future. That's how I feel right now. Outlaw King says Heineke's not the future. I tend to agree. Health is just a big thing, which sucks.
Or Matt Corral or JT Daniels are the future.
JT Daniels, I love that. Desmond Ridder or JT, one of those two. I would like that. Can the Jags finally win a Super Bowl within 2 years?
No. How?
How? I could actually make an argument for this, okay? I have to look at their roster completely. Maybe I pull that up right now. But I remember their roster is actually not as bad as a lot of people think they are.
It's not. It's not, but it's not. But maybe let me look at it.
And then Trevor
Because I have the
Lawrence,
Jaguars.
obviously Trevor Lawrence, if he hits like everybody thought he was going to hit, this team is actually really, really interesting. Like their defense, they have Josh Allen, a first-round pick. Miles Jack is still there. They picked up Shaq Griffin from the Seahawks.
Oh, they need some safeties. Those two safeties not gonna cut it for me. But CJ Henderson's actually an animal.
They got Andre Cisco in this draft. He's a rookie.
Okay. So he's a starter. Okay, so they got one starter safety. Okay.
Their defense, they're going to have to hit defense hard in next year's draft. But their offense is really interesting. They have a really good offensive line. Cam Robinson at left tackle, Jawan Taylor at right tackle. I like their offensive line, actually. The receivers are really interesting as well. DJ Chark, I love him out of LSU, 6'4", beast. Laviska Shenault kind of can be used in all ways. Travis Etienne can be an incredible wide receiver out of the backfield, or a receiver, I should say. James Robinson played really, really well, so that's a good 1-2 punch. They have, who do they have as far as backup receivers? Oh, they have Josh Amatorbibi from Illinois. The dude is explosive. Let's see if he earns a spot on this team. I liked him, actually. They have the Tim Tebow. They got the GOAT, Tim Tebow. Come on. Let's do it. And then Trevor Lawrence. If Trevor Lawrence hits, Jacksonville can all of a sudden be super interesting in the next 2 years. I'm not going to predict a Super Bowl. Definitely not. I really not. But it's fun to think about because they actually aren't that bad.
They need some receivers. Those receivers ain't cutting it. That's horrible. They defense, they need another end. They need another end and they need another safety and their defense will be fine. But on offense, they're going to need some receivers and a tight end. DJ Chark, that's cool. You need 3 more receivers. You need 3 more receivers and you need another tight end. Then listen. But
you said 3 more receivers?
You need 3 more.
I don't even hate Marvin Jones. And they have Tavon Austin that could be used in many different ways.
2 more. Let's say 2 more.
That's fine. I'm not going to complain about 2 more, but we'll see. But this is an interesting team. I'm not completely down on them. Urban Meyer, for sure, is definitely a big question mark. Can he succeed at this level? Don't forget, they're consistently evaluating Heineke on the job, whether he plays at some point or not. This includes practice intangibles, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, but you can't. It's all about what you do in the games. Okay, you could look pretty in practice. You could do it, and also he doesn't even look that pretty in practice. He's more of a gamer. So he needs the games to show that he could be that guy at this level. And another thing is I don't care how much you practice, you got to show me you can stay healthy. This guy has not started a game where he hasn't got hurt. He has 3 starts, and he got hurt in all three of them. You can't have your quarterback be an injury-prone dude a la Carson Wentz, a la Andrew Luck. Like, these guys were super talented, yet they never won anything because they can't stay healthy, right? So you got to be able to stay healthy in this league. At that position, most importantly, right? You got to stay healthy everywhere. But if your quarterback can't stay healthy, that's an absolute team killer. 99% of the time, people are not the Eagles that win with a backup quarterback, right? It's very rare that they continue to win at that level. So I don't think so. Doesn't mean that they still won't decide to go rookie quarterback next year, but they also could give him a shot this year or even next year too. It's all up in the air right now until Fitz flops. If they draft a first-round QB, then it's written in the sand. Heineke's done. They're not happening. But it is what it is. The Dolphins are going to win the AFC East, right, Tim? Yes, I predicted that. And I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to take the Dolphins winning the AFC East. I think it'll be interesting, them versus the Bills. All right, last question I have, and then we'll probably call it a night and get ready for tomorrow. Who puts the biggest imprint on this game there, Chris? Like, who's the preseason warrior? Who's the guy that everybody is going to be excited about coming out of here that's may not even make the team, but like kind of has that feel of like a Mac Brown back in the day who was just running all over the place at the running back position, or I think his name was like Keenan Thompson or something like that. There was always a guy every year. Cam Sims was one a few years ago until he finally exploded in the preseason or in the regular season. Who's going to be that guy in this game that kind of like all of a sudden it's like people start to question, can he make the team?
I'm gonna let you go first.
I don't even know if I had an answer to this. I thought it was just a fun question. No, let's see. It's usually an offensive player. But I think a guy that's going to impress some people and really put an imprint on this game is William Bradley King. I think he's going to get a sack in this game. I think he's going to be all over the place. He plays with a lot of heart. And I like William Bradley King to be a guy that it's like, you're going to hear some crazy fans like, can William Bradley King start over Montez Sweat? Or something stupid like that. Like, you're going to hear weird inklings of this after this game. That's my prediction.
On defense, I'm going to go with my boy JSW.
JSW, okay.
Because they're going to start putting respect on his name.
Uh-huh.
And offense, I'm going to have to go with Patterson.
Jarrett Patterson, I like that one.
I'm going to have to go with Patterson.
The only one I hope it's not is somebody like a DeAndre Carter. That would suck. What's up, expert JK? Yeah, he's talking about the Wizards. The Wizards are having a good offseason. Dinwiddie's an interesting pickup, and they're an interesting team. They can make the playoffs again, but they're not going to be a championship contender by any means. Roger Smith says, D. Brown, Juice, Shakatoni Patterson, Bates out of the rookies. Vets, I want to see Sadiq Charles, Jeremy Reeves, and Tim Settle. I like all those. Those are definitely all people of interest for us tomorrow. What do you think about Aldon Smith getting released by the Seahawks? Really? Really? Why did he get released? Did he have like a problem or something? Like off the field again? Off the field matter again. Ugh, that sucks. A wasted talent. That's what Aldon Smith is. And I was actually excited for him. I thought that the Seahawks got a potential gem out of Aldon Smith. Aldon Smith was a bright spot on that Cowboys team last year on a terrible defense, but Aldon Smith played pretty well in that defense, and I was actually kind of interested in seeing what that is potential. C.J. Henderson is on the trade block. I'm not familiar with CJ. I'm not sure. Did Ron say how long the starters are going to play tomorrow? I don't think he. I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything about that?
No, he said no. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think he's revealed how long the starters are going to play. But if I were to guess, I would say I think Fitzpatrick will only end up playing maybe something like 2 drives, 3 drives max. But I also don't think he's going to play more than a quarter. So if the drives last a long time, I think he's going to be out by the second quarter. And I think that Heineke should play quite a bit as well. And then Kyle Allen will finish. Kyle Allen may finish this game. We may not see Steven Montez until week 3, honestly. We may not even see Steven Montez at all.
Going through that ankle hurt, that ankle injury.
Oh, Allen's not going to play?
I mean, he's still going through the ankle injury. I don't think he is.
Maybe we don't see him then. I thought he was healthy enough to play. He went to surgery. I don't know. I think he's because he hasn't started on the pup. I think he's good to go. I think he's going to play a lot tomorrow. I'm going to say we don't see Steven Montez tomorrow though. We'll see. Kyle is still hurt, I think. I don't know. Is he he didn't if he was still hurt, then why didn't he start on the pup? Why would we waste a roster spot if Kyle Allen is not healthy enough to play?
I don't.
Oh, he tweaked it. Oh, he tweaked it. Oh. So maybe he retweaked it. Okay. He retweaked it a week ago, so maybe we don't see him a lot. They think he's a menace to society. It sucks. He's had so many problems off the field, and I really, it sucks to hear about that. I don't like it. So C.J. Henderson's on the trade block apparently for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Why? Do they know how? Okay. I want them. Who want to get traded? Who?
I would love him over a Jimmy Moreland.
Hey, I give you, I give you. You can have Bostic and you can have Landon. We'll give you Bostic, Landon in the 4th for him.
Thoughts on Samuel to the pup? Are you concerned?
Who?
Curtis Samuels.
I don't know.
We don't have to play him the first 2 weeks. I don't care if he missed the preseason. If he's not ready to go week 1, I don't want to see him in week 2. We don't need him to beat the Chargers or what's their name? The Giants. I don't even think we need him to beat the Bills. Because I think Diami and Kelvin and them, if he make the team. But I think Diami and them, we got enough firepower to still beat the Bills. But the first 2 games, we don't really need him. So if he still need time, you can sit him. It don't even matter.
I am not concerned. I'm not concerned. It's a groin injury. It sucks. I think we just rust him. As Chris said, we have good depth at the wide receiver position. I think he's going to play a lot this year. I don't think it's going to be something that continues to nag him. They'll play it slow. We probably won't see him all preseason. I think we're going to see him week 1, but I don't have much concern that he's not going to be a big deal on this team. But you know what? You keep talking to the chat for a second. I'll be right back.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Chris's Sports Talk. And today we are getting into quarterback backs. Now let me tell y'all something, right? These are the 3 quarterbacks that I want y'all to go look up tonight. Maybe y'all already seen too. That the Washington Redskins should go out. We should go get. We should be looking in the draft for Desmond Ritter, number 1. Matt Corral, number 2, and JT Daniels at number 3. I'm not sold on Carson Strong from Nevada because of the very same reason I'm not sold on Zach Wilson because of the level of competition that he's faced. I'm not sold on Carson Strong at all whatsoever. So Ritter, Corral, or JT, that's who the Washington Redskins should be looking at in the draft.
I like Ritter and Daniels for sure. I don't know anything about who's the other guy you said?
Matt Corral.
Is that the
Ole
East
Miss
Carolina?
quarterback.
Oh, he's Ole Miss. Okay. I don't know much about him at all. Well, I haven't done my deep dive into those. The upstart corner team McIntyre. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, all right. Any last words over there, Chris?
No, I'm about to go. That's my last words. I'm about to get me some lasagna.
Sounds good, and it was fun. Thanks everybody for showing up. We got the play-by-play tomorrow. What time is the game? 7:30, I think. I believe the game's at 7:30 tomorrow.
7:45, 7:50, something like that.
Yep, I'll probably start going live at 7 for a little pregame, have some fun. Chris, join. What's up?
In preseason?
What about?
We played the Eagles in preseason?
No, this is the Patriots.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, we got to play the Eagles and Giants? Like, what?
No. We have the Ravens last game. Or no, is there the second to last game? Yeah, Ravens and the Bengals.
We should go 2-1.
Who's the loss, you think? The Ravens?
Yeah, because I think Ron probably going to rest the... But then again, we could win all 3.
We'll see.
I just think Ron probably going to rest the players in the third one.
For sure. All right, well, it was fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be going live at 7 o'clock. And Chris, you're obviously welcome to join me at 7 or just whenever you're available. It'll be fun. And we're going to have a good time tomorrow for sure. Football is back. Let's have a great year. And until next time. See ya!